All right, everyone, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how you can use flows to dynamically grant access to a safe using kind of a ChatOps integration. So first things first, I do have Slack set up with an access request channel. There's nothing in the channel now. There will be once I work through kind of the workflow. What I'm going to do is log in as an example vendor through our remote access capability. And this vendor is granted access both to Privilege Cloud, which has a few accounts that he can already access based on his safe memberships. But he also has access to the identity user portal. And in the identity user portal, he has a Flows web app called Safe Access Request. When he opens up this access request, the first thing that occurs is Flows queries the Privilege Cloud API to return a list of safes that this user can then make a request for access to. In his example, maybe he needs access to an enterprise admin account because he's doing something with the domain. So he's going to go ahead and choose this Windows Enterprise Admin Safe. He's going to choose the connect permissions in this case, and he's going to say, hey, I need access for 3 days or 72 hours. And then he'll go ahead and just put in a justification with INC 001 0045. Now, the cool thing is this flow is going to capture this information and forward it to our chatbot, right? So we can see here in this channel, we immediately got a request and it says, hey, the requester is Babe Ruth. He's trying to get access to the safe. He would like to be able to have connect permissions for 3 days, and this is the justification. Now, directly from here, I can hit approve. This is going to send me to a subsequent flow that I've already defined. And that flow is then going to take some sort of action, right? So that flow one updates my message to my chatbot and says, hey, this request was approved by Joe Strickland. And it also performs the actual update to the permissions on that safe. We can look at that in a moment. If I come back now to my Babe Ruth browser and I go back to my Privilege Cloud portal and refresh my permissions, what we now see is this PL Win Enterprise Admin Safe. I now have access to it and I could interact with this safe and use these accounts. Now, I have an additional workflow request on these accounts, which may be a bit above and beyond since they are kind of, they already had to put a request in to get access to the safe. But the key is all of this was done based on just giving the user access to that form. The form sent the initial message to our ChatOps application. Upon approval, the flow made the updates. So let's take a look at kind of what that looks like from a flows point of view. So if we come over to flows, the first flow that we have here is just this safe access request. We initialize a data store, we query the Privilege Cloud API for the current safes, and then we present the user with a form showing the safes, permissions dropdown, duration, and justification. After we collect the form information, we publish the message to our chatbot, and then we do a little bit of translation to some of the data, and based on the permissions chosen, we update the data store with the appropriate permissions. Now, when the user or the approver from the ChatOps app chooses approve, it will then trigger this second flow. The second flow basically looks and says, hey, is the approval status true? If so, go here, update the chat message with, hey, this was approved, and then perform the update to the safe permissions. That's all that we have to do here in order to make this work. So in a very kind of simple two-flow process, we can allow users to dynamically request access. Upon approval, we can make that change, and this one even has an expiration period set, so it will expire after that 72-hour period. And now we can kind of build out some just-in-time type of workflows for safe-based access.